Alright, everyone, it's safe to say, I hope you all enjoy a week intermission because now it's over. The wait is over, and welcome back to the Snyder Cut of Justice League review, Part 2.
Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get to this podcast off the ground, I had so many questions. How do I record an episode? Where do I find my background music? How do I get my show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places people like to listen? Where do I find the advertisers? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing and monetizing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. So, if you want to start a podcast, go to anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast.
Alright, two things before I start this episode. One, this podcast you'll hear contains some explicit language and raunchy, humor. But even though there's no humor in this movie, but I think it's better than the theatrical cut of Justice League. In my point. So, the first one is, of course, viewer discretion, or listener discretion is advised. And second of all, this contains some spoilers for the other half of the Snyder Cut of Justice League. If you guys have not seen Justice League, well, it's your own goddamn fault. And you're missing the opportunity of the shit, Like they say on Tales from the Hood. But if you're and like I say, if you haven't seen the Snyder Cut, what the fuck are you waiting for? You have HBO Max. Go watch it. It's better than the Joss Whedon cut. Alright. Shit. Just say I didn't warn you. Everyone, I'm back, and welcome to part 2 of Justice League. The part 2 of the Snyder Cut review, and we got done with part 5 called All the Kingsmen, and holy shit, that is my favorite part. That is my favorite chapter of the Justice League, titled All the Kingsmen. And of course, sure, I mean, I'm gonna have to repeat like I did on the back around 3.5 years ago with or 3.25 years ago with the Joss Whedon cut. We begin with Barry Allen and Victor digging up going to grave robbing, while while Diana and Arthur are having a discussion. And of course have a thing in common. You know, because they're Amazon and they're, you know, well, she's an Amazon and he's an Atlantean. And of course, he is, no. And we see Alfred trying to fix the machine, but just did a lot of damage to him. And Bruce was hanging around. Then once they got done grave robbing, and we see Dr. Silas Stone, and the results of he and the staff and the other hostages came back as negative. Came back as negative. And sorry, I got up pretty early for this. To do this. But let's see, going to same as the theatrical release, checking the ID, Victor hacks, and then well, tell me, after they retrieve Superman's casket, Barry Allen's in the skies, and Wonder Woman and Aquaman, and of course Cyborg are in the back, and Cyborg hacks. Yeah, they got gagged access. But what we didn't see at the theatrical release was a breach. It was a biohazard breach. And Dr. Silas Stone was trying to call and tell it was a false alarm. But he did, and he said it was a false alarm. But however, he saw Victor and changed his mind by saying the alert was real. He told everyone to evacuate. And then, of course, yes, everyone evacuated, including Dr. Stone. Yeah, and like I say, and yeah, how he did it because he saw his son. But because he saw his son and the Justice League. And they placed and they said they saw the corpse of, I think that's Zod. Yep, the corpse of Zod. And then they placed the corpse of Superman with a picture of Jonathan Kent. Or, they placed Clark's corpse in the water, while the picture of Jonathan is melting away. And then Cyborg begins the countdown, and of course, the Flash is ready to do this, but until he gets the foreshadow. What happens with Darkseid? What'll happen? Because once Superman gets resurrected by the Mother Box, Darkseid is sitting on his throne at the center of the earth. And Diana's body was getting burnt because Darkseid had killed her. And the Queen just mourned over the death of her daughter. And, surrounded by the Amazons. And Arthur Curry got stabbed by Darkseid by his own trident. And we see Clark Kent, aka Superman, shedding a tear while Darkseid approaches to the eventful threat. Wait, what the fuck? Okay, sir, you got Superman, but even Zack Snyder couldn't bother to give him a fucking mustache. You know? I mean, what's wrong? What's wrong with mustaches? You know? That's just horse shit. That's just horse shit, not including the mustache. If you're gonna make a Superman, include the fucking mustache. Yeah, fuck it, let's continue on. And we see what happens with the world with the aftermath. What's resurrected? We see his red eyes. He's Kryptonian. But, however, I have to say that scene is really awesome with the foreshadow. And then back, and then Cyborg says no. Whisper, and then calm, and then he was calm. Well, but Flash asked go, and he took off. And then the Mother Box go in the reverse, and Barry just press the Mother Box, and Superman was resurrected. And he saw his symbol of hope. And I thought it was going to be changed, but it's going to be another theatrical thing. But there are some things you haven't seen in that scene in the theatrical release. With Clark be back from the dead thanks to the Mother Box. And of course, Dr. Sailor Stone have taken the Mother Box, and he, of course, had taken the Mother Box. It's Clark just see the four heroes: Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Flash, and Cyborg. And he just but however, we did see Lois. But before I'm gonna finish out with the scene with Lois Lane. I'm just gonna go ahead and not because I don't find that scene interesting, however, but we're gonna get to that in a bit. But thanks to Cyborg's self-defense mechanism, Clark begins to attack. Yep, he attacks. And Diana used the lasso to tell him and ask him to remember who he was. And then he pulled the lasso of truth. He pulled the lasso of truth because he didn't remember who he was. Well, I know, we all know who he was. He was once a Kryptonian by the name of Kal-El. And he was the last of the survivors besides General Zod. Before General Zod came to Earth. And right before Superman had snapped his neck. Which I'm kind of okay with because those are the people that cared and needed a hero. Like I say, he do what he does. And then, of course, used his spear to a kryptonite spear, which is, of course, Superman's weakness to kill Doomsday, but also got himself killed in action. And then he was laid to rest. But back to yes, and he tried to stop the three heroes, and the Flash was trying to find a way, but for Clark, he knows this movement, and of course he trips. And Superman, he may be quick, but Superman is quicker. And yeah, I'd say I'm really impressed with the movement, because I'd say that slow motion atmosphere, but the fast movement is really interesting to watch. Yep. And he tried to get the police officer, squashed, but by throwing debris, but Cyborg saved the day. And the army was shooting at him. With the military vehicles, but he is immune to them. However, and then of course, the other one we get is Batman vs. Superbad 2. And no, they're not going to make a sequel of it. But, just doing some boxing jokes here, but there's no boxing gloves. It's a 5-on-1 handicap gauntlet match. So, same as the theatrical rule, but different from it, we see Barry Allen trying to stop Clark, but Clark moved out of the way and accidentally hit Aquaman. And the Wonder Woman is using that bracelet, but with the crown, however, the crown used to deflect his headbutt, but she headbutted him back, but he's made of steel. And they get her out of the way. And then here comes part is, well, remember the last time where they had the line where Batman asked, does he bleed? Like in the Batman from Superbad, but Superbad's the one who said it? They were saying you will if they're choking him? But there is no choking. He just, and there's no line with that. It was replaced with him using the heat vision, burning one of his gauntlets, and then try to kill him with it, with his powers. But until the woman that who he once loved was here. Lois Lane. Alright, with those, now we're gonna get to what happened to her in this scene. She was sleeping and noticed that the man she once loved is already gone. Sorry, I had sausages. And then we see her with a picture of her and Clark. And then we see her running some pregnancy tests. But no. Wrong. Not. Oh, sorry. I mean the Daily Bugle. Oh no, that's Margaret. The Daily Report with, or Daily Planet, yeah, totally, for press. And then she gave the copy to the police officer, while visiting the site which destroyed the building, which of course Lex Luthor had done, and which has a cameo of Vermont Democrat Senator Leahy, or Leahy. Yeah, and he was a Batman fan. Alright, with that out of the way, now we're all caught up. And he stopped because he saw Lois Lane, the woman who he loved. And she begged him, and then the two have embraced for the first time since he's been back for that. Ah, that's nice. And the two float away. Oh, hopefully he's not going to find her through the sky and then drop her and then into the barn and where she died, and then of course killing all the people with planes. Ah, that's not nice. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, that's a Brightburn. Which is like, what if Superman was rather a killing machine? Like he almost was. And that's everything theatrical. Of course, the heroes regroup to then Aquaman. And I laughed at where he points at Flash angrily. And Flash says, I'm sorry. But however, like in the movie, he went to the parking lot, but except there was no people, just the motor box, and Steppenwolf has arrived in the parking lot filled with employees. And then, unlike the theatrical release where he just took the motor box and go back to base, he just grabbed the motor box. Well, he's looking for the motor box, and he got really pissed off and jumped into the lab. And yeah, just looking for the motor box that Dr. Stone had took it. And then everybody were, Just, and then, of course, everyone was found, and then it was too late. And Dr. Silas Stone had taken the box and put it inside of the vapor machine. He was trying to, and then he's, don't want to see his son, And here comes Vic, looking at his father, and told him, and told him that he shouldn't do that because he'll be killed. But it's too late for him, so. Yeah, that hits me right there. I didn't cry, but that just shook me. Like I was just in a devastating mode. But, however, it was this tragic with. But then, Victor was knocked aside by Steppenwolf, and Steppenwolf, however, approaches to the murder box and then got it with the unconscious Victor Stone, and then Flash and Aquaman was looking at Cyborg, and Cyborg, it was just an emotional state like I once was. No joke. No, it's not a joke or anything. Like I was when I got a call from someone that my father had died. And I was, But then he was lost for words when he approaches and saying that his father had died. And Aquaman just placed the blame on Wonder Woman, for bringing Superbad back from the dead, and also saying that his father had died all because of her idea. But she disagreed, and of course saying that the world needed Superman, and they do too. And then, of course, they say that he's not the same Superman like he once was. But Batman says he is the same. He is the same Clark that he once was. All because of Lois Lane, the woman that he loved. And then, of course, Victor had no ill will towards the heroes for his father's sacrifice, because he knew he was trying to destroy the mother box, because he knew that it was a sacrifice to protect the world. Now, yeah, and I liked it. Yeah, in that scene, Ray Fisher had delivered that performance. Major applause. And to Chris Terrio, too. He deserved an applause for being redeemable after the rise of Skywalker that at least be complicated. Which that Star Wars had left me complicated. But this is a redemption for Chris Terrio. Well, sure, I mean, he wrote part 1 only, but yeah, but I don't know whoever wrote part 5, but major applause, because that's my favorite chapter, All the King's Men. But back to what I'm saying, he had no ill will towards the heroes. It's just his father did what he could do. And then, of course, he said the last one before we're going to go to part 6, let's go get that son of a bitch. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did that. That was for the Captain America from Avengers Endgame, which I did in 2019, part of another big marathon of podcasts, April Madness, which is courtesy of the Star Wars Celebration, Shazam, Game of Thrones, the final season, which I enjoyed the first three, and the later three not so much, which hit me, but, you know, like I say, the later three, not so much. And Avengers Endgame. But this one would be, you know, Kong and Godzilla right before their big square up, first tracks with Lower Decks, and this one for this movie. But jokes aside, like what he really said, let's go find that son of a bitch. And now we are at part 6, which of course we are at the. I hope y'all enjoyed the week's intermission, because we need something like that. And how will this end? Will it end and change my opinion by a little bit or a lot, or will it just go up and, of course, give my final thoughts? I'll see you guys around part 6. Well done. Well done. Part 6? Oh man, now that's what I call an extension. And a better way to end the movie. And this one is called Something Darker. And holy fucking shit, it's really something darker. Oh man. So we begin with Lois, same as the theatrical release. Clark took Lois to his home where he was found, from Krypton to planet Earth, where the planet was destroyed. And the planet which was destroyed is Krypton. And then Lois Lane. And then they were having the guys were Superman and Batman and just Bruce and the Justice League went down to the Batcave, and he introduced them to I don't know, I love Aquaman's reaction. Badass outfit. I think it's much better than that, I think that was much better than the Jonathan Sweet one where he says, just like a bat. Where he meets with Commissioner Gordon. I dig it. Yeah, I gotta admit that Jason Momoa, really put on a hell of a performance. And then Victor, of course, was working on the ship, and voila, the beauty is done. However, if we go back to the same scene, but I think it's a different type of scene, however. After a 2-shower kiss, well, normally she would say, told Clark a promise not to die. And he promises. And then fly up. And of course, where it ends with, I want to die. Where the two have separated, and then I take it back, I want to die. But we decide to extend it with, of course, with the Justice League going to the same location where the Chernobyl plant explosion had happened. So, as they found Steppenwolf's face. Yep. But there's a scene we never got it. Yeah. We never got seen a theatrical version. While they were having a discussion, we heard a conversation from both his birth father, Jor-El, played by Russell Crowe, and his adopted father, Jonathan, who was killed in the tornado. Yeah, who had been killed in a tornado. And yeah, we know Jor-El and his wife his wife died for the explosion, or his wife died in the hands of General Zod. And, I think that was him. And then her mother died when Krypton is being destroyed. When Krypton is getting destroyed. But that is important. But what it made me react when I saw him in a black Superman suit, like in the comics where he was brought back from the dead. Where they went grave robbing, but his body was missing. And of course, you can't keep the Man of Steel down. You can't keep the good Man of Steel down. But this one, they have played the main theme of Man of Steel. Which again, I love Man of Steel. And yes, I am a Superman fan. Yeah, and I have someone around there, and I have a hipster friend who is a Batman. Who's a Batman type of gal. And he flies up to the planet Earth, and then just stood up. Or not stood up, but fly up and get his hands out. I really applaud Zack Snyder for that. Yeah, I applaud Zack Snyder for that, and I really did it. I really did applaud for him. However, in a type of, thing, of course, but yeah, like I say, I really love where they brought back the Man of Steel, and the Justice League would have to wait. While Batman goes in to stop Steppenwolf. Yeah, and he said it as Parademons to kill the Batman. I'm sorry. To kill the Batman. There we go. And Bruce Wayne had broken through, and then of course the Parademons said, "Stop this ship," and then of course needed a Batmobile. And I gotta say, that is a pretty cool action shit right there. Because with the, reminds me of Arkham, of the Arkham video game series, which my clone, Mr. 46, sorry, Mr. 46 Pokemon Amateur, my clone, loved very, very, very much. I loved the Arkham series very, very, very much. However, aside from that, and then he destroyed the bridge, and he destroyed the water tower that the Warner Brothers and their Warner sister Dot lived. Oh.
Come on, that's a bullshit. Why do every time we go with a water tower, why does everything have to destroy? I mean, like Daffy Duck from our water tower has been destroyed for their crappy live action with Brendan Fraser, who is also George of the Jungle, and O'Connor of the Mummy series. Teaming up with Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck. And now with crazed superheroes like Batfleck over here. Well, Yakko, looks like we have to go to another water tower.
And we don't need any fucking superheroes.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I just wanted to do that Animaniacs thing because I'm a huge Animaniacs fan with their humor and their out of color dialogue and of course the kids are too young to understand, even subvert the censorships, with excellent censorship. But aside from that, and then as the parademons had gained access, they were trying to kill Batman, but stopped by Wonder Woman, and then of course destroyed the building by using a missile. But however, the paradox were aligned, and we see Amazonians and Atlanteans reacting, and Alfred reacting, who we're gonna get to a bit. And then they go to and of course, Aquaman hitching a ride. He has hitching a ride. Well, they're normally saying no free rides. And then, of course, he goes up, jumps up, whooping. Oh, wait. Using a trident, and then riding it like it's a surfboard, like Funky Kong. And he whoops. Screaming like a banshee, like AJ Allmendinger when he won the race. When he's on a road course. But now, he won on 2 ovals so far. Atlanta last year, and this year, Vegas. This year at Vegas. Vegas, baby, Vegas. So, yeah. That's pretty much the thing. But then we see Alfred's whiskey when he was fixing the car. Just heard the stomp. Is it a T-Rex? Worse. It's something bigger. And something bigger is Superbad meeting Alfred for the first time. And of course, he realized why they brought him back from the dead. And he replied with, "Let's hope it's not too late, Master Cat." And it turns out he does have faith after all. So yeah, and then we begin with Kal-El. Oh, I'm sorry. We began with Aquaman and the Flash being part of the to stop Steppenwolf from bringing back the dark side, who would destroy the world. And then, of course, begins round 2. In round 2, and of course, the two-hit team up with the Flash using the lightning speed, and Aquaman using the Trident to make a tidal wave. And Steppenwolf tried to charge, but he got deflected on the charging attack. Because of it's Sunday, it's Beat the Press. Oh, I'm sorry, I just turned out the C-SPAN Radio Sunday political talk shows for this. And it airs out at 12:11 Central on C-SPAN Radio with NBC's Beat the Press. And then, no, I'm sorry, and then CNN State of the Union, which is, of course, owned by Warner Brothers. But we're not here to talk about politics. We're here to talk about the fucking movie. So, yeah. And then here comes Wonder Woman. And Steppenwolf had asked her, "How does it feel to be to abandon your sisters?" And then, of course, she had stopped and while creating a diversion, Cyborg goes to the mother boxes. All 3 of them. And then, of course, he had grabbed them and, of course, created a diversion with Steppenwolf. trying to stop Cyborg, but Diana, or Wonder Woman, just destroyed the bridge that he was on, and then he, and Aquaman are going down. Literally. Well, actually, with the lasso of truth, oh yeah, I'm sorry, Steppenwolf's the one who destroyed the bridge. They both go down, but and however, with the lasso of truth, Wonder Woman was pulling him down, but couldn't. So she had to get help from Aquaman. Where's Batman where you need him? Oh wait, oh yeah, and as for the Flash, goes at a lightning speed. And it's still going, and he can't stop, unfortunately. Well, because the Cyborg is trying to create a diversion, And Batman is killing the parademons. One by one. Who were using the guns. The blasters. And then, of course, we have some of the characters, however. As for the Justice League, of course, right, I version against Steppenwolf. And of course they were battling, but then they did whatever they got down, and of course, and he tried to kill Cyborg. But here comes Superman in his cool looking suit, all black. And he's like, and he pulled a CM Punk on that one. The what with the quote? Not impressed. And blow out the axe, which is a heated in. And then he used the heat vision and she missed. Sorry, and he missed. How could you miss? Oh right, Steppenwolf. And of course, he tried to punch Superbad, but Superbad is made of steel. And they punches, and then of course, Diana attacks too. And already just placed them on top of the Chernobyl plant, the abandoned plant that was destroyed, which is the Chernobyl one. And then, of course, he used heat vision against him, destroying the armor. Now, part of the armor. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. And then puts it down. And then use the armor. They use heat vision on the armor, and then his right ear, or horn. And that scene was intensifying. So, we are ready to closing it to the end, which I'll get to in a bit, and then my thoughts on the Snyder Cut. And of course, that's my impressions. So I'm impressed so far with this. And after the epilogue and the post-credit scenes, mid and post-credit scenes, I'll give you my reaction, which will be part of the dialogue, and then we're gonna end the episode part of March Madness. Or March Mayhem. Sorry, because I don't want to get sued by the NCAA. However, back to what I was saying. It was already too little, too late, because Barry had been shot by by the parademon. And then the parademon was found fish off, and then Batman just shot him and just pulled a, don't want to make a joke on that. However, we are going to make sure that we have the, and then ending with, of course, then Dark Side and the side we're here, and of course, it's already too late for everybody, and Earth was destroyed, or was it? Is Barry just had to break the rules for a bit and make sure everything goes back to the way it was? Because everybody, including Steppenwolf, were destroyed, but he recovered first time and bring everyone back and say, this is your president, this is our future, it's our past. Not one. And then we got to the chorus. There were and I love the effects of bones, flesh, and blood returning. They're pretty cool effects. And then we see Steppenwolf. Well, not completely naked, but Steppenwolf half armored. Well, then the Cyborg and of course Flash have made it to Victor's. It went into the mind of Cyborg, and with him as Victor Stone in his Gotham City University varsity jacket, looking at his parents. And Victor, right before he got accepted to Gotham City University, and right before his car accident. And then but they were the 3 mother boxes, and the mother box asked Victor, saying that will make you normal again. But he don't want that, because he is who he is. And it pulled away, and that is some scary shit right there. And they were really raging, and then they were scary looking, and then asked for Superbad help, just like in the theatrical release. But unlike the outcome of the separation, they didn't deflate and get knocked down. They remained standing, and the unity is gone. And Steppenwolf was first get up, and he was not happy to see the Justice League. And then he got stabbed through the chest with the trident. And then Wonder Woman had decapitated him to send a message to Darkseid that this will be him next time if he comes to Earth. While sending him back to Darkseid and decide. And of course, Darkseid is crushing Steppenwolf's decapitated head. And Darkseid said, told ya, that Steppenwolf went bad. And Darkseid, who I believe was to be dead, was really knew that he would fail. And of course, Desaad was asked what's his next plan. And Darkseid answered with, the anti-life is here. Ready the mothership. Oh, sorry. Ready the Armada. The Armada. Yeah. And then, of course, he and Desaad were going. We're exiting that scene, and then, of course, the major applause night. It's all Batman, well, Superbad, picking up, lifting him up. And, of course, the 6 heroes were standing, and they saved the day. And I really did applaud at that ending of part 6, Something Darker. It was Something Darker, and it's pretty fucking cool. But after the epilogue, It'll be my final thought, but don't worry. I'll be right back. The epilogue and the credit scenes, and then I'll give you my thoughts afterwards at the end of the episode. Epilogue. A father twice over. And we see Victor Stone. And I mean, that scene just tear me up because to hear, it's like you hearing your father for the great beyond. No joke, because, you know, and he heard his father's voice. Well, Dr. Silas Stone. And their message is not as a scientist, but as a father. A father twice over. Well, I don't have a pen with me so I can write down what he's saying. But I think he, like in the theatrical cut, he was recording using a tape recorder to give his son a message. But we see Mira and Fulcrum, who are both, well, you know, played by She Who Must Not Be Named and William Dafoe. Well, I already told you who they are. And Arthur told them that he's gotta go see his father. He's good. Like in other words, gonna report back to Boba Fett. Ooh, of course, he's gonna have his own Disney Plus series, but this one I will not do any spoiler warning after what happened to Gina Carano. But let's not go to the same boat for that. So, yeah, and then of course, and I know it was the same thing as the theatrical release, but and Bruce and Alfred got in the abandoned building. And then what came out, they say there's a Sixers trying to make a Justice League base. And then Diana stay with more rooms. With room for more. And Barry visited his father in prison and got him a job. As in, job. And his father was laughing about it. And Cyborg visited his, the Stone family, the grave site of his parents. Oh, no, and then we see Clark getting his old home back for Martha and Lois, and of course, because Bruce Wayne had bought the bank. The two had become great pals. And now, we see Victor visit a gravestone of his parents, and then they fly off
And then we see Diana with the grabbing the arrow that her mother had shot. So gave a warning about Steppenwolf. Wow, for a 4-hour movie, I'd say that intermission was worth it. And then we see Commissioner Gordon light up the bat signal, and Batman's here. And then we see Clark going in as a reporter, and then take off his glasses, and then the trademark taking off his glasses, and taking off the shirt to reveal his own symbol for hope and Superman. And then it's not the end yet. We see, well, it's not, there's no credits on there, but we see the guard call out prisoners, in the Arkham Asylum. Then the Arkham guard approaches to Lex Luthor, who had been shaved bald for shame. And holy shit, that's not Lex Luthor, that's the other prisoner. And he was laughing insanely. And he ran to get to the alarm to let them know that Lex Luthor escaped Arkham Asylum. And then we have Deathstroke coming by in a boat, same as the theatrical release and the post-credit scene. That was the one I missed, but they brought it. And then they got Superbad. Well, not Superbad, but he went to Lex Luthor, who's on a motherfucking boat. He's on a boat, motherfucker. Well, I'm surprised he wasn't played by Andy Samberg, because I would use the Lonely Island as he's on a boat, because that would be funny, because he'd be, because if Eddie Samberg was on play Lex Luthor, I would put this in a song, in the lyrics, parodying "I'm on a Boat" by Lonely Island, which he is also the member of Lonely Island. Andy Samberg, not Jesse Eisenberg. Should have wished it was Heisenberg. Still not a fan of Lex Luthor. But then revealed to be Slade Wilson, who lost an eye. Yep. He gave him a hard pass until revealing today, Bruce Wayne. But it's far from over. I thought this would have been a post-credit scene, but nope. Nope, it's not. But the reason for why there's no mid-credit or post-credit scene is because, well, we're going to get to that in a bit. See, the post-apocalyptic world with parademons and Darkseid had destroyed Earth, and then we see Batman, who survived,
who had survived, they're just like, clear! And then we see Cyborg and Mira holding Aquaman's trident, Aquaman's signature trident, and Slade and Barry Allen. Oh sure, Barry Allen gets a mustache and not. If Flash gets a mustache and not Superman, that is horse shit right there. Oh, you gotta be butt fucking jizzing me. But also, they have one more on their side, eh? And it's the peak. And it's one person. And it's an adversary of Batman. Laughing. And it's revealed to be Gerald's Joker. He's not as intimidating as Steppenwolf or Darkseid. But he's a terrifying motherfucker right there. Now that is the Joker I wanted to see. Fuck the Suicide Squad Joker. Fuck the tattoos he had on. And fuck the golden grill he has. And looking like Doug. That's the Joker I wanted to see. And of course with referencing the people he loved. With Bad Woman, about his parents getting shot, and of course, mention of Alfred. And of course, Lois Lane, the one who died. Who died, tragically. And there we see and then with Bruce Wayne replied and mentioned Harley Quinn dying in his arms. Well, not Mr. J or Puddin. No, it was Bruce Wayne whose arms Harley died in. And then made a promise. Yeah, and I love those fantasy words. And she had promised me that I will kill you. I will fucking kill you. Slowly. And right before he took the card, which is a sign of truce between the two adversaries. And unfortunately, they were found. And everyone was laughing. Well, not everyone laughing, but Joker was the one who's laughing. And there was Superman. Holy shit, Superman? Really? Oh, are we getting the Injustice path or the Suicide Squad kill the Justice League side, which is going to come out next year by Rocksteady. And unfortunately forgot that that will be delayed. But it turns out it wasn't a foreshadow. It was a Bruce Wayne's nightmare.
I don't know. Was it about Barack Obama getting his third term again, or Donald Trump getting to prison and got impeached, convicted, and removed from office and getting barred from office again, or Trump being arrested for the tax fraud or something, or it's about George Bush owning the Texas Rangers. Oh wait, HWO or W? Oh wait, that one just happened. Oh wait, that one happened. But he gets a visit, he went outside, and he gets a visit from not Superbad, but the Martian-looking hunter. Sorry. But the Green Martian himself, or Martian Manhunter. And he just, they were talking, of course, and he told Bruce Wayne that Darkseid was not finished with Earth just yet, just like Braun Strowman was not finished with Roman Reigns. However, but we are, of course, in the epilogue. And I'm sorry if this one is shorter, but I had to stop somewhere, okay? It's my show, goddammit. I could do what I want, but but a week's intermission is worth it. And then he said he will be in touch. Once the Darkseid gets here, that he will join the Justice League someday. And then Bruce Wayne was very thrilled to hear, and then it says for autumn. Yes, and we're gonna have to go a little personal on that one, but I'm not saying a personal attack or anything, but no, because I would never have ill will towards everyone with their issues. And Autumn, who unfortunately had Zack Snyder had to stop production, was because of his daughter had committed suicide. But with the charity stream would be for the suicide prevention. That would be for the suicide prevention, because it was tragic to hear about his daughter, Autumn Snyder, taking her own life. That was really sad. But I'm really glad they did it, right before the credits roll, with that epic action, and then ends with Hallelujah, which is sung by the other artists, but one I know is Jeffrey, and of course one with Chris Cornell's daughter singing that song while in commemoration of her father and Chester Bennington, who both had taken their own lives. But this song was meant to be for Autumn Snyder. And that was the best choice to end the song with the roll of the credits. And that's it for the epilogue, and that's it for the movie. And of course, right before we're going to end the episode, I'll give you my final thoughts on it. Alright guys, I hope you all enjoyed this review, because we're not going to end the episode just yet. But, I gotta say, this would have been a perfect DCU. But I gotta say, it's completely better than the Joss Whedon version. Joss Whedon version, I mean, it was pretty good, but it just got a heavy on the humor, heavy on action, but light on drama. and emotional. But this one had a bit of a humor, and it's gritty, and of course it got some graphic images, and of course I do have to say, it is, now that is a Justice League movie I wanted to see. And everybody won't shut up about it, but hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, but hey, at least good thing I turned down the C-SPAN shows for this, even though I'm recording it on Sunday. As I mentioned on part 6, but like I say, fuck the theatrical version, but watch this, everyone. Just watch the Snyder Cut. Cool shit. I mean, it is a cool shit right there. You guys said it was really great really fucking awesome to explore the hero origins. Well, not the hero origins, and with Barry having a humor, and of course, with him getting in pain. And then we see Victor Stone's origin with what happened to him and his mother, and why his success with the Gotham City University football team it came to an end, and how he became Cyborg. And I gotta say, I'm really impressed with Zack Snyder. Gave us the cool version of the Justice League, a better version of Justice League. And again, like I said, guys, fuck the theatrical version of Justice League, even though I'm nothing against the MPA of PG-13. So, if you want, because this one has too much humor, and of course, everything else, but if you want something gritty, and of course, part of the Justice League, watch this one. Cool shit. Alright, guys. Now it's time to end this motherfucking episode. Part of March Madness. Okay, guys. That's gonna do about it for DC Thursday, with part 2 of the Snyder Cut, part of March Mayhem. Nice. And of course, and we're gonna end March Mayhem with Godzilla vs. Kong. But if you heard me recording this, mentioned on Sunday, after the NASCAR race, I'm going to watch and review. I'm gonna watch Godzilla and review the movie with 2 of the MCU actors and Bryan Cranston, who would have been Lex Luthor. But major applause to Zack Snyder for his cut of the Justice League. Alright, guys, that's going to do about it, and I will see you guys. I'll see you guys next time, and of course, get ready for the 2 behemoths about to square off on Wednesday.